One for starts. Okay. This one we will get from Mixam. There will be a combination of English and small, Creole and small English. Let's be clear on that, because we get English and we will talk na Creole na go help for make sure say go fine. I want to take this opportunity for welcoming all to the press launch for a major new initiative in the country, the launch of a new flag carrier for saloon, with an air saloon. The theme we'll talk for this press launch now the future of aviation in a saloon. I'm glad you wanna all make time on a Saturday for join we, because this is a big day for we country, and a part of President Julius Madabio in reforms and in plan them for continue for make this country go before. For join we for this conversation, we will hope say will be brief but impactful. We get to brother on me far right. We name Mr. Emmanuel Iza. Mr. Emmanuel Naina, the Chief Executive Officer for Air Sierra Leone Limited. Next to Mr. Emmanuel Iza, now somebody will not need introduction anymore. The outstanding Director General for the Saloon Civil Aviation Authority. My own sister, one of my favorite people in a public office in a saloon because of her excellence, Madam Musayero Bai. And then we also get my own right-hand man in a cabinet. This man, a man he deliver. We president, you say we deliver, nama we deliver. I think all most times we can call out, I can see nama we deliver. We na retired Colonel Alhaji Fande Touye, we na the Honorable Minister for Transport and Aviation. Me with the host, as always, me na on a Minister of Information and Civic Education, and my name na Chel Noba. We get a very quick conversation. We go down this way. Everybody will say a few opening words. We do a symbolic unveiling of Air Sierra Leone, and then we open up to una for let una ask question. For start, I want to make clear, we with the government, Air Sierra Leone a private entity. A private entity supported by the reforms where the government don't make and the enabling environment who don't set forward. And the person we bring and come, we bring the paper can cabinet where they lead on this, where they can give with the context, where they can explain to us mean the difference between a national carrier and a flag carrying carrier, and the Honorable Minister himself, when they lead the sector. So they set the scene for we, the Honorable Alhaji Fande Touye. Mr. Minister, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother Siba. Family, good morning. Today really a very happy day for me. Happy because when we sign the contract with His Excellency the President, it's been very clear to me, and as an ex-military officer, when your boss talk to you, na order you they consider us. So one of the things that we tell we is that in one foresee the Sierra Leonean skies covered with an African airlines them. And if I can recall, a few months ago, we've been bringing in Ethiopian Airlines, of course, with His Excellency in guidance and support, and also the Vice President as well. So we've been called Ethiopian Airlines, ICAM. Then, and only stop there, we've been still the push. This is not a long process. Now, it don't take some time where we don't really push this process here. It go through a lot of issues that we need for resolve before finally we come to the public. And I'm really happy for introduce to una Air Sierra Leone. Now Sierra Leone. Well, most times people then go say Air Sierra Leone, where then go down you read the name, even from where this the advert go out yesterday. Then they say, hey, is it a salon don't buy plane? Now salon they can't begin to run plane. No. I just want to get this clear from the onset. Air Sierra Leone na a flag carrier, not a national carrier. So it's very good for us to distinguish these two. A flag carrier is owned by a business person where he can come, he get this airline, he decides say he go run them, and then he give him the name. Whereas as a national carrier, it means that this airline is owned by the nation state, by the country, not by an individual. The majority shares not by the country, by the state. Just like how you go get Ethiopian Airlines and you go get British Airways, the one and then a national carrier. But Air Sierra Leone, not a national carrier, na a flag carrier of Sierra Leone. So I've been just want make we get this clear. So we start this for some time now, but then we've been get for go through the usual processes. We don't go through cabinet, and then also we don't discuss on the extensively, and the cabinet decides say we for come. We work together with the communications, the information minister, and talk about this airline today. The airline, like we all see, it got for be Air Sierra Leone. Of course, we don't add that name, the Air Sierra Leone, and not go just be ordinary airline. Once you don't add that Air Sierra Leone, it got for go with benefits them. So many benefits them. And one of the benefits, of course, it get for be, we go get forget the office, a base naya. Secondly, we get forget create employment. And when I not go surprise, not too long from now, we go get for see we sisters them, very young ones them in their 20s or 18 years or within, we go get for be air hostesses them on board this flight, where it don't take ages. I don't know when last, me, sometimes the time where I've been small, and that time where I see Sierra Leonean cabin crew them, but I'm happy for informing us, say very, very soon, we go see we salon sisters and brothers them, the smaller ones them, younger ones them, we go get for day on board this flight. You know, now so much prestige for let you see that salon flag, a day from the airline, the flight, it go not only within the sub-region, but also out of the sub-region. And the operations will start very, very soon. So we don't like I say, we'll go a long way, and my colleagues, them, the panelists, them, then we'll go for come and say a few words. Of course, I want to express my thanks to the DG, Civil Aviation, where most of the jobs them for make sure say we conform to the regulations them. Now then get for do that. So Ingo get for touch on that.
Thank you.
I think that's it. Then we got the CEO, Ingo, of course, go give the dates them and the time them. So far, I think on that time I get for say, Siba, I feel very, very happy, and all this are part of the big 5 changes where His Excellency bring come to Salon. For we will say anything we say we do, we must make sure say we do them. I think during my last press conference, I be announced to, and I said before December, we'll go bring in at least one airline. That don't happen. And I also promise you now today again say, after this one again, we go forget another one again, we'll go bring come. So all these go add to the fleet of aircraft the way they can as Salon. And of course, we talk about the increase in the ticket fares and everything, but the more airline that we get where they can Salon, the lesser the cost of ticket it will be. And this particular airline will go for can prove that to now as well. So for now, I will stop here until me own turn.
Come back. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. And I think on behalf of the government and the people of Salon, I want to congratulate you as well for your leadership on this, and for acknowledge you partner in crime or in good things. The Honorable Deputy Minister for Transport and Aviation, my own brother, the Honorable Rex Bonafa, himself there with me, for tell you thank you for your work and as well as your leadership. And also get Mr. Mohamed Kalon, we're the representative as well for Air Salone right now, and where they play a facilitation role. So I want to acknowledge you all too, as you in the first row. But now we come to the DG for Civil Aviation with Sister Musaye Obai. I want to let you help we for frame this in terms of, from your own perspective as a regulator. Talk about registration. First of all, what do you mean following at this position now? Will they increase number of flights where they come, and will they can add one where they go direct to European capital? Might just begin for hints one time. Waiting at the process for registration, and waiting at your role as the leader of the regulator for support and ensure the enabling environment. Say people are going for trust. Say this new airline, a sober airline, where they carry the flag of Salone. So give me the context.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. First of all, I want to really use this opportunity for tell the Minister of Transport big thank you for all of his support. Today make me 1 year in office, and I think it's timely to mention that at this time last year, one of the major challenges we have been to deal with where I just take office, now the issue of ticket price. Ticket price, I think actually now the first press conference where we do, that was the issue that was being discussed. So we're happy for today, 1 year later, with this milestone achievement, we get a direct positive impact on the ticket price. So picking up from what the Honorable Minister say, for Air Sierra Leone for begin operations this year, now a huge accomplishment for every Sierra Leonean, and the benefits them get for be immense. For we as a regulator, and I think kind of activities there will be one for see. Because if we now remember a few months ago, we've been issued a press statement where we informed the public for say, the SLCAA for the first time since 2008, don't open up in flight registry. We also informed the public for say, for the first time since 2008, we're ready for take applications for AOC. Now they mean say any airline, any operator, we want for operate na Salone. For the first time, they can actually apply to the SLCAA for receive what we call the Air Operator Certificate. That means say, now we as a state, through the SLCAA, assess the operator, assess the airworthiness standard of that aircraft, assess the particulars of the aircraft, its ability to operate, and give the sign off for say, yes, we as the SLCAA, as the regulatory authority, we satisfy with you for operating in our country. That's one. Secondly, for maintain an aircraft now you registry, it means say, we acknowledge as a state, say, you aircraft is registered in this country, which now the major activity of a regulator of the SLCA. But because of the challenges we don't get in the industry over time, we have not been able to process these applications, like I said, since 2008. So this celebration where we celebrate today, Air Sierra Leone, it get many implications. As much as we can get, the benefits of waiting and they offer, which I shall say Mr. Emmanuel will go into more details, we as a state, they really use this opportunity for leverage on we ambition for be removed from the EU safety list. The last press conference we do, I've been careful explain to the public for say, in order for Air Sierra Leone be removed from this blacklist, the EU Safety Commission been one for see how the SLCAA, they process them kind of applications there. Because Nadande they use for assess whether we meet the criteria or we don't. So going through a process now with Air Sierra Leone, it is going to be the first test case for us as a state, and Nadande we they be hopeful for that come early next year where the EU come for do the assessment, we go pass with flying colors. So that means that we not only don't get an airline where they do the routes them where they do, but the SLCA go down effectively show say it get the capacity for issue this AOC, and therefore the concerns where the EU been get, they're not there again. So I've been one touch on that day briefly. And the last point I think say I go just try for touch on is where an airline registered now you state, it means say the CAA now responsible for do the safety and security oversight. It means say Air Sierra Leone now as a registered now we get the exact responsibility for make sure they comply with all national and international rules relating to aviation safety and security. And Dande, like I say, are the main function of the SLCAA. As the minister been touched on, this is not a national carrier. Please, please, please make we try for understand that one day. This is not a private airline. This is not a private run business. The airline is not owned by the state, and it is not the state operating the airline. So as a result, as a private entity, they have to go by the strict guidance and monitoring of the SLCAA. So we want to give una the assurance for say una civil aviation day for make sure waiting come first before the service na the safety and security guidelines. And we no go there in a position for allow any airline for operate here where we not believe say it meets them criteria. So if we there today, we want for assure una say, then definitely don't go through the process, and we're happy for welcome them as salon. So I'll go stop there, Mr. Minister.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. President Bill in work, it be a very positive dividend. One big challenge you don't get over the years, now that blacklist today. One big step, now for this we registry, we flight registry, we open them, we before begin for issue airline operating certificates. We see civil aviation them begin for do that day. And with this new airline, now we on country get for responsible for ensure say safety and security compliance. It's done at the highest levels and for conform with all the standards. And we hope now that by next year, all the restrictions early next year who don't depart from since the Pope now be an altar boy. This leadership team where they are, don't they work for remove we, so we open this space. Now remember say we begin to about airline they work come in this position I've been tell people and say the cost of tickets is not just tied to one variable. Multiple in them. And we see and we begin see. So now for really unveil waiting at Air Sierra Leone. Waiting with the can announce who standing begin fly, when we expect the first flights, who side will they fly from to where. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hand the microphone over to our brother, the Chief Executive Officer for this Sierra Leonean registered operated company, an independent company, Air Sierra Leone, Mr. Emmanuel Iso, over to you, sir.
Emmanuel Isa.
It all the party flyer, bra. We don't send the my name all party flyer. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Minister
Yes.
and Moderator. Before I continue, I want to use this opportunity to express my thanks and appreciation to the President of the Republic of the Sierra Leone, in the person of Dr. Julius Madabio. I want to thank also the Vice President, the Honorable Vice President, the government officials, and the member of the cabinet. Especially here today, I want to say a very big thank you to my big brother, the Honorable Minister of Transport and Aviation. He's been very instrumental to this, what we are actually celebrating today, despite the fact that he was recently bereaved, but he found it very important to be here today. On behalf of myself, the board.
All right. I think we're back on. Yes. Go ahead. We apologize for the power cuts. Go ahead. Yeah.
Like I was saying, on behalf of myself, the directors of Air Sierra Leone Limited, and the entire staff, we pass our condolence and our sympathy, and may the soul of the bereaved rest in peace. So, while I go straight into my assignment today, thank you very much, the DGSLCA, for the clarification, and the Minister. So today we are here to start the first phase of unveiling this company, this wholly private company called Air Sierra Leone. As it's been projected there, you can see it's called, the company name is Air Sierra Leone. Air Sierra Leone is not just a mere airline. Air Sierra Leone is the symbol of national pride. Air Sierra Leone is a symbol of progress and resilience. The concept behind the company Air Sierra Leone is deeply rooted in the idea of bringing the Sierra Leonean national flag back into the skies. And then it has a deep sense, bringing the national flag back to the skies brings this sense of hope to every Sierra Leonean. It brings a sense of unity among us. Our mission greatly is centered on one thing: connecting Sierra Leone with the world, and not just providing a world-class airline like the DG says, that is centered on safety and security, but then we bring in opportunities to it. By opening the doors of Sierra Leone, we encourage the number of trade, tourism, and economic of that. Air Sierra Leone is a company for Sierra Leoneans. It will be run and managed by Sierra Leoneans and other experts together. Air Sierra Leone, now we own airline. It is not going to be done by other people, but now we own. And I want to use this opportunity at this moment to send an invitation out to all our brothers where they are abroad, for America, for UK, for Nigeria, for Accra, wherever they, make we all come back, make we put our hands together. Because this airline not be for myself alone, now for all of us. So I send my invitation out to as many that are in the industry, wherever they are, we're sourcing for them. Please come back home. Let us build this together. That is the only way this airline would stand the test of time. Because now we know what the problem be, and now we go solve them. Not be anybody wait for us, I go confuse solve our problem for us. So I'm not going to say too much. The minister have said it, the DG have said it. But like this is going to be the first unveiling we will go do. We would have another opportunity where we go come show you all the things, all the services where we go put. We go display how we go put that cassava leaf for inside plate where we go give you for inside aircraft. We're not going to bring jollof rice, Chinese rice. Now we own food we go serve for inside this plane. And I'm sure a lot of you will be wondering when we go start. When we go start to sell our first ticket.
Because I want to ask that. I think it's important. Let's give the basic information. Routes, when we start flying, when we start selling, and when will citizens expect to begin to access the services, at least in this first phase.
So basically, what we have been doing in the last 3 years is been studying the current and the past airlines. This airline, Air Sierra Leone, it's not as a result of an emotional result, but it's something that has been carefully studied and we've carefully understood the road pattern. So first of all, let me talk about the destinations that we'll be operating on and how we intend to come into the market. So according to our business plan, we've made a roadmap, we've understood what we want to do, and we categorize this into 3 phases. Phase number 1 would be to consolidate in the West Coast region. Why? What I mean is, on the left-hand side, we're looking at destinations like Accra, we're looking at destinations like Nigeria, Lagos, and Abuja, and on the other side, we're looking at Banjul, we're looking at Dakar, we're looking at Monrovia, Abidjan, and Senegal. So our first aim is to consolidate all of this to make it seamless to bring in that. Our primary target is to make Lungi International Airport as a hub, where we bring from the left to the right and dump it, if I may use that word, into Lungi International Airport. Then phase 2 would be to connect those people that we bring in, consolidated from the west and coast region into Freetown, into one of the European countries. To be precise, London Gatwick, there. And phase 3 would be to be able to pick up passengers within the West Coast and in Freetown all the way to America. So today, we are looking to operate 3 airplanes within the West Coast region, 1 Embraer 145 and 2 737 aircraft. And for the transatlantic to London, we'll be operating with a MAX 8 aircraft. It's a brand new airplane. It's just roughly, it's about 1.5 years old.
It's a Boeing.
It's a Boeing
Max 8,
Boeing 737 MAX 8.
Here you have to say the full name, so that there's no room for doubts. So it's a Boeing 737 Max 8.
Max 8.
Okay. That will be the flights that's leaving Freetown to Gatwick to Freetown.
And it's our plan today to operate that commencing from the 2nd of December this year. Our first flight would operate from here to London Gatwick, and the time is at 10:40 a.m. in the morning. It will operate from here 3 times a week, on Tuesdays and on Thursdays and on Fridays, out of Freetown into Gatwick. And on Mondays and on Wednesdays and on Fridays at 10 p.m. in the night, it will be operating from the North Terminal of London Gatwick Airport, from Gatwick into Freetown in the morning.
My brother, that information we just give is very important. We want you to take your time and we repeat. No, get this. For the first time in a very long time, we will begin for travel back in the day. We will go London, now Freetown Gatwick, now they will begin fly. Some them are our junior then can make no more. We don't they fly, don't say oh they fly. Freetown Gatwick, that will be the fly go. Well, from where walk come where they lock that place. For the first time, starting December 2, not so.
December 2.
2nd of December.
2nd of December.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Saturdays.
And Saturdays. See?
That will be the outbound
from Freetown
into London Gatwick.
It left here at 10 a.m.
10:40 a.m. in the morning.
10:40 a.m. to be precise.
Local time.
And then he fly to London.
Gatwick.
How long is the flight?
It's a 6 hours flight.
6 hours.
Direct,
morning,
no stop.
I can wake in the morning, I go meet in London. If it's same. Gap 9 in the morning, address, not to Susa. I go get meeting in London. And then the next day, I fly. When does he come from London to here?
At 10 p.m.
10 p.m. and the days are?
And on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, you can do all your business in London. You decide say they can't sleep now, Freetown. If you get side for can't sleep now, you can do all things. You fly, come yonder, you reach Naya as well. So this is really a massive news. And I think before we open up for questions, Mr. Minister, Madam DG, and my brother CEO, I want to do a symbolic unveiling. We have the pull up, so they will take pictures, and then we'll sit down and take questions. So we have 2 of the pull up banners with the this is the official press launch of Air Sierra Leone. And the announcement is that on the 2nd of December, they begin fly. The website just don't be put up. It will come live today. The website will be live. We'll start selling tickets on the 18th of October. So you will want buy ticket now for no more say 18th of October. Will they begin sell tickets for these routes? And then it will be cheaper, more direct, more reasonable, and a very good day for Salone. So, Mr. Minister, DG, bring Nande closer as well. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Mr. Minister, I think now you forget the honor for maybe just declare officially for unveil Air Salone, and then okay, Mr. Kalon, you can count him up there. It's okay, make in there, let him 3 day middle day. No, Mr. Kalon, maybe they on the other side. So then 3 day, bring this guy inside. Okay. Okay, you left. Okay, cool. So, Mr. Minister, over to you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of His Excellency Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada Bio, I feel very, very honored and privileged for unveil Air Sierra Leone. So,
I can clap. This is a big day for Salone.
This is a very, very big day for Sierra Leone, and it's a long time. Like we see say, after, I think, he say, him be the fly from here to
Gatwick.
To Gatwick. That time, then I've been big man, you know. But yes, indeed, after a long time, they see. So clearly, this the government of talk and do. So thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, CEO.
Thank you very much. So now put them where be we now let them in at the shots, okay? And now we can hand the microphone over to Una. I just want to reiterate the headline. The headline now that Air Salone, a flag carrier, not to a national carrier, Air Sierra Leone. The vision of His Excellency now for make sure say we get more and more flights, African flights come Salone. Because of the leadership of this team now, the minister, the DG, the deputy minister, we don't see significant progress, more and more flights in the country Salone. We expand the routes then. For the first time, we flight registry door open. We work very hard for remove Salone off any blacklist, and we begin with these flights for begin fly direct from Freetown to a European capital, well, in geographical Europe, not political Europe. We expect, say, early next year, we don't pass any blacklists. SLCA, they in charge of safety and security compliance. Air Sierra Leone, we brother Mr. Isa say, are a symbol of pride and resilience, a symbol of unity, and of connects Salone to the rest of the world. It fly 3 times a week from here to the UK, 3 times a week from the UK back to Salone, from the north terminal of the historic Gatwick Airport to the state-of-the-art Freetown National Airport. Now, that's all for us question. All right. Udanami, Rona, I need a microphone for pass. So I can begin counts. This academician, we declare number 1, number 2, another academician here number 3, another academician here number 4, another one here number 5. Where you know go academy, where see you get?
Thank you very much for giving me the mic as a proud academician. My question, therefore, do you talk about the route from here to US?
London.
Oh, you talk about sitting therefore the US.
Third phase.
So
Yes.
when is the third phase starting?
Okay.
When the third phase start? And then I want to know how many carriers una get for getting a Freetown for a start. Okay. How many carriers get for Lunge International Airport for a start? And for the DG, we been get Air Senegal. What happened to Air Senegal? We know they see much of them. And then Mr. Minister of Information, quickly, you on the 15th of December, we'll get a direct flight from Gatwick to Freetown. We didn't call fly Salone. But it died. We don't know what's in the nature of this particular Air Salone. Whether it would be like Fly Salone, because Fly Salone was described as a disaster waiting to happen in the aviation industry. So what is the guarantee that this one will stay, that this one will be safe, and that the people will have confidence and trust in this one? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good questions.
Okay.
Actually, an academician asked them. So
I am Lansana Fofana,
Yes.
managing editor News 24 newspaper. In as much as we see improvement now with safety industry, we don't see the FDI, the foreign direct investment, like how Mr. Emmanuel come. Now, my question is that to the Minister of Transport. When are we expecting a national carrier for Sierra Leone?
Okay. Thank you very much. Who school you go? Eh? Who school this Maya go? You need to talk?
I am from Ahmadiyya.
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 Okay. Since about no wonder. Number 3 now this other man. You go academy.
Mohamed Lamin Banya from AYV. Mr. Minister, you begin to talk about the ticket pricing. I go ask directly now to Mr. Emmanuel. What can you tell us about the pricing structures for tickets, and is there any subsidy for certain groups?
Yeah. Subsidy. Whose groups so you want to get subsidy? Journalists? Oh man, they want subsidy one time. Man, they want line up now for the go London now. All right, Mr. Kalon.
Good morning, everyone. I get statements and questions. Mina Ibrahim Kalon.
Right now for question.
All right.
Statement at the panel.
All right.
Question.
The Chief Executive Officer, Kalon Travel Agency. I dey in the tourism and travel industry. I want to know for Africa, let's start with the Africa route. Because right now, unfortunately, somebody they left Freetown for go Lagos, they take 8 hours na road, which is very unfortunate. So this is now a very laudable venture.
Thank you.
Being incorporated to the aviation space for me to get airline now, where I will get a meeting at Lagos at 4 p.m. Then I will left 10 or 9 in the morning and reach and do it here for do. Same way so to Ghana. A good number of Sierra Leoneans are going to Ghana on a daily basis, particularly for visa processes because we not get Schengen stations in here. So we get a very broad clientele for passengers in these places, even in Senegal also for business. Then also for UK, that one also is for UK. We get issues with passengers then. Because of this Schengen business, so many passengers are getting rounded around Brussels and elsewhere. Of course, for France, it's a no-go area. So for me to get a flight now, where they take people in Sierra Leone, in a very good time, 10 a.m. in the morning, and taking you all the way to London, I think that one is very much important, and it don't open up space more for the passengers they will get. We as travel agency, they look forward for see when tickets get for come out, and then we they appeal to you for just like waiting Airpeace do na Nigeria, where they begin do the London route. They make British Airlines and other airlines, then put down them prices. We they appeal to you for make a very reasonable price for Sierra Leoneans the way they travel na that would say. So the Brussels coming in, we will tell you $3,000 for go just na 6 hours in London. Go begin to say, well, we now begin pay $1,500. So you have to be very considerate also about the prices. Right. And we go that now one of the aspects we
Mr. Kalon, I know say you're a new person. I normally know the left layer one person hold the mic so now for long. Because the statements na the panel. Yeah, na the questions. Somebody else be the number 4. Now, would I call 5? Now you, yes. And then, but thank you for that.
Hello.
Thank you. You're a member of the sector, so important to get your voice. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for this idea. What my own concern basically, I want to know, waiting at the capacity of them flights there, and capacity, and if we not get any plan for, let we train we own pilots them. Or other than get forbid the captains of their flights then
Anyway, Lord, come to the panel first, please. Now wait, so they do the question, yeah. So we not go overload them. Then we can do another round, yeah. Minister, DG, when I get plenty question there. I think what I'll do, I'll come to the minister and the DG, and then we'll come to you on the more specific question there. One question for now too. Na What thing happened to Air Senegal? What would they do about that? I know say this came up even recently in with conversations, but not just Air Senegal, Mr. Minister. Maybe you could also talk about even Air Cote d'Ivoire, because now another one back home in the fly we're not there. The guarantee that this will be, it will stay. You know, good tell like that one of them we call fly salon we be die, and that it could stay for we. Then the other brother will go Amade and say, who still would expect a national career? Very, very important. I think, Madam DG, maybe you could just talk broadly about fly structure, tickets, reasonability. Maybe again, I think, you know, the one person we don't always educate you about all the things they really take into consideration for tickets. And then training of local staff and making sure that this is led by local capacity. So we'll start with the Minister. DG, you will just compliment, and then I'll come to you for the more specific questions that they had for you. Mr. Minister, go ahead. Then we'll come back to one after.
The first question they get for do with Air Senegal. Air Senegal and then Air Cote d'Ivoire. Why then stop for flight to Sierra Leone? On all know say this na business. So Air Senegal, I don't want to go into waiting happen, but we know say then they fly from Senegal to direct to New York. Yeah. But I think they get issues with that New York route. And I don't know what's in the details, because down in they get for do their own business. So they get issue with that New York route. And because they get issues with that New York route, I don't think say them they go there. And most of the passengers them, when them they can't saloon for can't take, they all been pass through Senegal for go to the New York, for go to New York. But unfortunately, because that route they don't stop, so obviously we'll go for expect the whole thing for let them stop, because they need for get more passengers than from Sierra Leone for go. But I guess the DGSLCAA, just in case I left anything out, it will come in. The next question is, when do we expect a national carrier? I like the gentleman, they really get ambition, and just like the government of President Bio, you know, he always tell you, say, look, una need for aim high, una always for the punch above una weight. And that's what they do so. You don't say, where you the picking before a grab, tinap, they run, a get for creep force, stay before it tinap, then they begin to work as small. So now the start, we don't start so. We don't start with a flag carrier. And when I know say again, Salon since 2008, they've been on put up on the blacklist. So because of that, they get so many issues them for do most of them thing there. And from where the DG come, it can take over. It try hard. So we they move towards that direction. They for we go able to come out of this blacklist. And one of the things that we do now for open the registry. So that registry open one, now it make we able to get this new aircraft. That is the Air Sierra Leone, the airline. And me go only ask at this stage, let we support this, because yourself could feel very, very proud. For let you go, you didn't Ghana, you didn't Gambia or Senegal or the Gatwick, that you see this plane come, they say Air Sierra Leone. Me don't know when last them put them kind of thing and they, you know. So now small, we go get there. I'm not going for say anything, for promise anything we are not able for do. And also the previous, the Salon Airlines or within, it be accumulate so much liabilities. And any other new aircraft we can get for say in the national carrier, then you get for take them liabilities and all on. And I don't think say we're ready for do that. So for now, we'll just start with that. Yeah. Training of local staff, of course, Una Bieri, the CEO, he talk he say most of the crew, in fact, have been telling now, the crew get for be Sierra Leoneans them. Maybe 90% Sierra Leoneans then. They staff them again, they run the offices again, as Sierra Leoneans then. But captain, I think that's a long way yet, because for training captain, not less than 1 year or 2 years for training captain. So over to you.
All right, now come to DG. DG, I think Agowale, you also talk about this guarantee of that this will stay, or particularly safety and security, because you're not the regulator. So, and then anything else you want to say to the board appointing with the minister to address?
Okay, thank you very much. Make I just pick up on the Air Senegal discussions, and the minister's explanation actually very accurate. We all know, say, the first cancellation where Air Senegal do na the New York route, where most of the passengers, 90% of the passengers, where they been they pick na Freetown, been they feed into Dakar to supply the New York route. So where that route they cancel, naturally, then lost a lot of passengers from Freetown. So at the moment where we are with them is that there are a series of cancellations that are going on at the moment, and there is a huge likelihood that they may suspend the flights to Freetown until they find out whether they're going to restart the New York route or otherwise. But at the moment, there has not been an official suspension yet. So I just want to clarify that. On Air Sierra Leone and the issue of sustainability, how this airline is going to be different to the others, I just want to quickly highlight, say, we made very clear today that this is a private business venture. And that's particularly the reason why I think us in government had the confidence to support the idea. Because where somebody they do a business plan, they get for check out the viability of the route, they get for checking profitability, they get for check the sustainability of investment. Airline business, na very expensive business. The cost of an aircraft, whether na lease or whether na outright buying, is very, very expensive. So for an investor to purchase or have an agreement for 3 Embraers and a Boeing 737 MAX 8, that is a huge investment. So I think the first point is for the investor in their private capacity to make sure that the business is viable from a financial perspective. And I'm not thinking say nobody go put that amount of money into something where they don't believe say viable. So that's the first point on sustainability. On safety, I would like for say at this initial stage, we be explained to Una that the Air Sierra Leone project is in phases. And the long-term business plan of the project, now for use the smaller aircrafts to feed traffic into FNA, and then use the bigger aircrafts to do the direct route into the UK and the US. So Air Sierra Leone, they on phase 2 of the application for the AOC, which means say, the AOC 9 they give them that certificate of registry in Sierra Leone. And that phase day, we hope for complete by mid-December, where they will begin operate the western routes, where Mr. Emmanuel explained. What they're starting on the 2nd of December is with an agreement with an aircraft that is leased from a UK company. So that aircraft, the AOC where that aircraft they use, the certificate where that aircraft get is a UK certificate, which means say all the safety and security checks of that aircraft where they begin December 2, where they do the London route, has passed the standards, the civil aviation standards of the UK CAA, which is the Department for Transport. And we all know say where it comes to international standards on safety and security, the UK, the US, they have outstanding records. So I want for Ashawuna say, where the application come to the CAA for grant the permits for this flight, we engage with we counterparts and we assess the documents of the craft and we been get the conviction for say, it don't meet the relevant safety and security requirements. So we be one for giving that assurance as well. Quickly on ticket cost, again, we get for all understand say this is not private business. And we want to let the business succeed. So naturally, then get for coming, yes, at a competitive rate, but it is up to them as a business to determine their pricing mechanisms and how they strategize pricing and how they go about their ticketing. But from all indications, we're very encouraged for say, they know say this is a service where they want for be owned by Sierra Leoneans. So then definitely go make the prices very accommodating and competitive. And I think say the minister don't also say, we're looking forward to have Sierra Leonean cabin crew. We're looking forward to having Sierra Leonean pilots, but it is a process. I shall say we all know go on for just take somebody today, we go put her as pilot. But we know say the plan, waiting get for involved for get to that stage day, they're more than ready for do that one day. Thank you.
Excellent. So you don't pass the standard in the UK. You don't issue the certification where they are permits we follow the plane fly from here to the UK. So no worries for them in terms of safety, security, and the standards as well with the sets. You meet all the one in the commitment is clear. Mr. Isa, so the question then for you, one, when the US phase you'd expect them. Two, how many carrier them we get? I think the DG allude to them. I think we don't talk about them before. Say you get 3 in the West Africa routes and then 1 where they go at this stage where finally you clarify. And then I think the bigger question for you really now that's pricing structure. Any subsidy according to my brother. You say one level know if certain group then they go get, and then the real comments we Mr. Kalon make is the price reasonability. Then one more direct question for you now around the capacity of the flights. That Boeing, how many people did it take? And then the one and how many people did it take? You got those clear? All right.
Thank you, Moderator, Honorable Minister. Before I begin to attack my own questions, I just want to do a rider on Madam DG, what you said. One, with regards to Senegal, it brings out an opportunity for me here, right? You know, it's unfortunate to make this statement, but when one door closes, another one opens. So for me, I think I'm coming into the market at the right time. When Air Senegal, sorry, I don't. Yeah. While another competition is closing its doors to here, then we're coming in. And this is one of the major things we need to look at also. A very good project by the president as an airport like that, without a resident airline, it's not complete. So if somebody else, another airline would close because of another issue, not to come here, Air Sierra Leone would not close, because if you close your house, where would you go to? You can't go and sleep in somebody else's house. So this is one of the major advantages that we're bringing here. You know, while they close, they are not doing there. It's a very good opportunity. Though our project is in phases, we may need to bring our American route, fast track it, because an opportunity is there. We will not leave you stranded. We know a major Sierra Leoneans get to the US. So maybe we'd have to fast track that. Initially, we were looking at about 6 to 10 months to operate the US, but I think with all that we're seeing today, we may need to fast track that process. Okay, let me start looking at my questions. Number fleet, I will just take them randomly, not at a particular order. We're looking for the West Coast region, for the regional flight, to utilize an aircraft that it is 50-seater all the way to 146-seater, because there are different routes. There are routes like Gambia here, there's outbound traffic, less traffic here, so we will start with the 50-seater. Into Accra, like you're saying, we will fill up the fill up the flight and go. So the intention of what we intend to do on the regional routes is, it's like a hop and spoke. We pick up from Freetown, go to Ghana, return back. From Freetown again, we go to Nigeria, pick and come back. Then we consolidate everything. If I can use this analogy like what Ethiopian airline is. They go out, they gather, and they bring it into the station and then use the bigger airplanes to do that. So that, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're doing something similar. From Dakar, Banjul, we create a stop here on this side, and then we go on the other side, we bring, and we'll do that. So in terms of fleet, we intend to use for the regional, for the initial startup, is to use 3 airplanes. 2 Boeing 737, and then 1 Embraer 145 with a 50 capacity. Once we're able to consolidate this, for the next period of 3 months, we are going to be using the Boeing 737 MAX 8 with a 189 capacity. The thing is, we're using this to develop the routes. Once we are able to develop these routes, then our intention, because we have placed an order for an Airbus A330-200 with a full 3-class configuration and about 249 passengers. So while we begin to open routes with these smaller airplanes to consolidate, it will get to a point where, and I'm believing it, I can see, some people are itching for me to tell the price and the website so that they can go. I am believing that now we own airlines, so we will all work together to grow it. So hopefully, based on our projection, by the 31st of March, we intend to put in an Airbus A330, and I'm believing, I'm trusting you, I can see, right? You are going to fill up that airplane for us. That is the plane that we intend to use to America, for the American route. So in terms of, to answer your question, capacity, we have currently on ground a 50-seater, a 149-seat, and a 189-seat airplanes. One Embraer 145 and 3 Boeing 737 airplanes. The routes. Someone asked about the routes. I just answered it briefly, but to reiterate it again, we are going to make Lungi International Airport as a hub, and we do a butterfly on this side to Abidjan, Monrovia, Accra, Lagos, and on the other side, we will go to Banjul, Conakry, Dakar, Senegal. Price. Okay, let me leave price to the last one. Training. Like I said in my initial opening speech, this now we own airline. Currently, we have 4 Sierra Leoneans in training in Nigeria. They're in their 4th week. They just started their exams, right? They are in Nigeria, 4 of them, and now them we go start to use to operate that route. Like the Honorable Minister said. Sir?
And then they pilot the plane.
These are cabin crew. There's like the minister rightly said.
Because me, I want to be driven by a Sierra Leonean.
Mr. Minister.
Me, I'm excited. If na salon pilots.
Mr. Minister.
Quick.
Don't forget your CA is here.
Oh,
no
CA no go agree. CA
no
and then the standard and go begin check first. Then the people they don't fly. Okay, I know.
So it's our long-term plan.
Yes.
To have this, because this is part of our commitment to create jobs for Sierra Leoneans.
Yes,
so currently, the first that we could do due to the time and the nature of the training is to be able to get Sierra Leonean cabin crew. So this is, by come December, you will see.
And then go talk you on the plane, not so.
Yes.
We're gonna play na Kushe Cabo. Welcome to Air Sierra Leone, where they fly with you from the most beautiful country, na West Africa, Salone. Voila.
Honorable Minister, I believe I say we'll go get small talk after this presentation. Because maybe we'll go even give you one uniform we go do cabin for us.
We're not going to afford me.
But anyway, that is our intention.
Thank
and
you.
not be only to have Sierra Leonean do. Now cassava leaf they go serve for inside.
Voila.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you go see your
own. You see, one drop the clap. I like the cassava leaf.
Yeah. So really, that is it. In terms of training, we want to have our people. And I am still going to say this again. If there are pilots, trained pilots out there, I am stretching forth my hands. Please reach out to us. We will drop our number. You drop the website, our office address. Please reach out to us. It's an opportunity for us to come back home, all of us, to make this airline a great airline.
Wonderful. Okay, let's take the prize and then we do another round of questions. Yes.
Price, again, because now we own airline. And this, it is for us, it's part of our, in as much as 100% in as much that is 100% business where I have to return investment to my investors, but I assure you our prices are going to be very competitive, right? Currently today, if for December you want to buy tickets open in the market, is an excess in the middle of 1,500 something. You can testify to that. But I am telling you, with all full authority, corporate authority behind me, you will be able to buy a return ticket from Freetown to London Gatwick starting from $999 return trip. And I want
What's not President Beauty? Yeah, must be there. Yeah, we make here.
And as a courtesy, and as I think I have that power to put in some promo tickets, but it's first come, first serve. While our starting ticket will be around $999, I will put out some tickets for as low as $750
And
return
a promotional tickets to get started.
So this will be on a first come, first serve basis, limited. Let me be clear. The tickets will become available starting from the 18th of October. As from midnight, 18th of October, please, can we have the website projected? So you can go in there and then you will be able to make your reservations starting from the 2nd of December. We would be announcing shortly some local agents that would have stock of our tickets here. Please just watch out on our website. We will do that so that if you're not able to buy it on a website, you'll be able to approach some of the local travel agents that we're currently working to finalize with them. But before 18th of October, we will be able to put that in place and you'll be able to get our tickets. So please, I encourage us all to hurry up and start booking your tickets for the 2nd of December.
From 18 October, the game they change. President Bill in reforms with the Siam. Tickets to the UK will be promised and say the price they can down. They can down, inshallah. One for tell brother, thank you for this. One for tell land leader, yeah. Plenty thank you. Go get public servant they will deliver. Mr. Chairman, go ahead. Okay, we will appoint all the 5 people. So you na 1, you na number 2, you na number 3, you na number 4. If you want to ask this, you know, be asked. The gentleman and number 5. That's it. Chair, go. I get a mic, please.
Yes, I'm excited about it, especially we say they call on all Sierra Leoneans for come on board, for move the process forward. And he also say now everybody business. And since that everybody business, I know that the media business as well.
Correct.
So which plans do you have for the media to be involved in advertising and all of this in this?
What? Chair.
Moderator, can I just answer this one straight?
Yes, go ahead.
The first point of call is the media. So I cannot do this, or Air Sierra Leone cannot do without you. So you are a stakeholder. You are the main primary stakeholder. That is why we are starting from you.
Hey, boss.
No, but we want to see more of you. We want to see more of you in our pages, in our newspaper pages.
Through the minister.
Yeah, through the minister.
Through the minister.
And yes, we work through the Guild of Newspaper Editors. Secondly, and my final question: who is going to do the symbolic flight?
I'll note the question that will answer
your maiden flight.
The maiden flight.
Who's going
for the inside?
Who's going to be the symbolic?
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Number 2 is here. Thank you. Can't get.
All right. Good morning once again. My name is David K. Fengai, MDFTN and editor online Twitter update. Everybody excited, definitely, because that's great news for the country. But Mr. Minister, you emphasize on the fact, say, not just a flag carrier. Of course, we all understand that very well. But when once somebody carry your flag, already now you they represent, is representing you indirectly. So in case of any casualty or liability, the Salon government will bear the liability together with the private entity, or Salon government will just left them to them as a private. You know, we know they pray for that, but anything can happen. Then two, how the regulators then, you know, what they don't put in place for ensure they address delay, flight cancellation and every other thing, because very soon we were in our black man business and we want perfection. So waiting they don't put in place for ensure we able to overcome that. So these are my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fengai. Number 3, Nabi, at the back there. All right.
Patrick Salia, Slick TV. Mr. Iza. XJet is believed to be the company operating Air Sierra Leone, correct? If it is, kindly summarize the...
My brother, ask the question too.
Yes, kindly summarize for us about XJet and its history of operating flights before, sir.
All right, so you are asking about a different company, XJet, and its relationship with this. Thank you. Number 4. Yes.
Ahmed Right Today, Galaxy Radio. Just want to know if this or when this could be bring to Parliament for ratification, because we see a news put out on social media and call on parliamentarians, nevertheless, then they're on recess if not in connection of this for parliamentary approval. Thank you.
All right, good. That was the last one.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ibrahim Tanku, African 24 newspaper. I got a question here. We say the panelists are able to tell me the landing fee. We're not able to tell about the landing fee. The landing fee, how much it costs to say a flight they come, because any take come if you pay landing fee. And mark you.
Who do they pay landing fee?
No, if they pay landing fee, any come where they come.
What's you the passenger? You don't explain this.
No, wait till I will talk.
You know the ticket.
Are they come?
Wait.
No, your question still ask. Wait for me to come.
All right, go ahead.
Please, sir. A flight they come land, it must pay a landing fee. Mark you, the airport is run by a private entity, in a SUMA. In case they never meet that target, because we making research, we make them flights here, so they cancel, because the landing fee, I say, me research. Are they come, sir? Wait, please, sir. Please, sir. Now, Lungia born, I men, I go school, I know about the airport. So if you talk, if you listen me, sir.
Listen, go ahead.
So with that, wait till make some flight they cancel. In the finance they comes and tell the fish the landing fee too heavy, you know they get passengers. So automatically they cause a problem. Maybe see some flight they cancel for say and they will get in market. They pay they go. So I don't know whether they wonder how did they go about them.
All right, thank you. All right, so make a just we are only give second chance and one chance. No. If you don't get a chance. One you get question, I'll give you one final chance, yes. Because at the last round is not go again. Today Saturday. Yes.
Thank you very much. I think this is not good news for Sierra Leone. But we want to know the particular benefits for Sierra Leone, especially aside the tax and the local content. You know, we don't get ship there, we get Salon flag. So they can't get flights again, we get Salon flag. And we know what happen at the maritime industry. When the ship carry we own flag, they pay special to maritime administration. So I want to know whether it is replicated in this.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Good question. So make I just answer the question about Parliament. Because we see news say His Excellency don't summon Parliament for come. By the law, Parliament currently dey recess. Now, we get when I also see the Chief Minister being published say over a 4-day period, we get multiple cabinet sessions. We pass plenty cabinet conclusions. Some of them conclusions and they now important benchmarks we will get time as part of the IMF program, World Bank, also persevering in determination for move certain progressive reforms and for happen. And Parliament they will not ask them, especially for let them come back, for let them accelerate progress on some of them legislation or bill and they. So this when they come back, this is now part of the measure that they consider. This Air Sierra Leone agreement also don't be passed and approved by the cabinet and a part of the measure that we Parliament can for consider as they return. So very clearly on that one day. I know say DG go address this question of landing fees. Which I will try for say is you the citizen. We will charge you, whether man they charge you the fees, so the tickets. You landing fee all in the inside the now part of a cost landing. And as we see, Utu announced in the last press conference with DG Income, number of flights coming to Sierra Leone actually don't increase. Despite that claim they make say because of landing fee flight take was not true. We had I know it's not looking born, but they say you know want to me to look at the data. The fact is not true. Say landing fee they stop playing for cancer alone. Because we get many other factors there. And in fact, the DG through in leadership, don't increase with the minister a lot of additional flights. We're about 55 now and also on a weekly basis where it can be about 35. So if that was true, we're not going to see increase. We don't get major airline in the camp, and now we can add as well. This one will come for announce. So I think say that question there I can just. But I think other important question in the camp, Mr. Minister and DG, do we bear liability? With not the question of liability, I think it tied to the other border in question. We say waiting at the benefits who they get. So maybe between all two for address the question of both liability and benefits. DG, I want to address the question on delays and timeliness. It's one of the most frustrating things about the airlines. You see them begin delay, people they get frustrated. So as the regulator, if you get role for play day and waiting, we get for do. And then I think we'll come now to you, Mr. Isa, for talk about somebody ask about another company. We say what's the relationship with that company there and for you tell them more about the company. So, Minister, I'll start with you again.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I think a very important question that you ask. I will quickly brush through most of them. The first one, somebody will ask, you say, would I go make the symbolic flight? Yes, yeah. That we don't know yet. At the moment, it will be part of the planning. We don't know it. But, of course, with that time they reach, just like how we do for Ethiopian Airlines, we really make some fanfare and everything at the airport. I believe, say, we're not going to know when that time they reach. The Parliament side, my brother don't touch on them. Flag carrier, as to would that really go get the liability. You see, now the difference is that make them see them initially. The national carrier, now the country now own that particular airline day, and also whatever it is, obviously the liability of that particular national carrier, they rest on the state. Whereas this company, Air Sierra Leone, now a flag carrier. And therefore, because they're a flag carrier, now, like any private limited company, where whatever happens, that the company could be responsible for the liabilities them. The next question where somebody raised, okay, the delays, the DG go touch on that. Landing fee, of course. Then particular benefit. Well, of course, like I've been saying earlier, for particular benefit. Firstly, economic benefit. That the government go get forget them. That is one. That is for sure. Secondly, we go get forget also employment benefit. Like I said earlier, I talk about Sierra Leoneans, them way go get for be part of the cabin crew. And when I read again from the CEO, where he say they ask for Sierra Leonean pilots, and where they out of Sierra Leone, where then they then get a certificate and then qualify enough for come and can fly, and they ask if they will come and can join them. So that of itself, now another benefit again to Sierra Leone. Other job opportunities again, of course, go get for rest because we plan the fly, not just the cabin crew, but of course they get for cater for them flight then they, and we everywhere people then they say, some man they say we want cassava leaf, we want all of that. So that cassava leaf would then get for buy, that cassava would then get for buy, that granite soup day and everything. Not to Freetown no more get forget that benefit day, but it trickle down to even the one the way they grow the cassava leaf, the one the way they grow the cassava and the orange and anything what they will get for use. So that's some of the economic benefits them we go get forget. So thank you, Honorable Minister. I'll hand over
Thank
to
you
you
very much, Minister. I just want to add on the benefits. Say, for Sierra Leoneans, they will fly. Right now, for Go UK, just that cost, just the fact, say no direct flights, no day, the inconvenience for the citizens is so huge, my brother, that the relief for say at the gap now, okay, businesses will go for begin Canada because of that. Business then they at the UK will they try for attract cancer loan. Me don't talk to in my previous life, they try for find investor, they try for find people and for kaya. Just when they look at the routes, for go salon, pass a go so direct flight nowadays, it's too much for them. So this no more will open up private sector investments, open up people and for Canada, open up benefits, we get the pride we what I talk about. So in terms of benefits, we can then follow outline the benefits them for this time. But it's a great question. DG, now focus now on the regulatory role, as well specifically on this question of timeliness, which we go do for ensuring this will be different.
Thank you. I just want to pick up on your point on benefits and highlight one key benefit as well. We all know, say, we try for come on the blacklist. And the only way for now, we able for assure the EU Safety Commission, say, the SLCAA able meet the requirements within they look for, now for successfully go through this AOC process. Another opportunity we get with Air Sierra Leone. So I think a big benefit will be for the state, having achieved that status, being approved by the EU and being removed from the blacklist. And we know say that they get for affect ticket price, they get for open competition. So waiting with the starts today, really at the beginning of a wider plan, we get for bring so many benefits to the state. On the question of this flag carrier and state liability, I just want to make a clear distinction that flag carrier status in aviation is different to flag carrier status in maritime. So the minister don't touch on the point, say that the state will have some direct benefits, but for any aircraft, whether a flag carrier, whether a foreign carrier, once you come into the airspace and you land now with airport, the state, through the SLCAA, get responsibility for safety and security oversight. So there is no way you can avoid that responsibility. Now sometimes when they see the SLCAA, they put very strict restrictions. When they see where they put security measures in place, now because of them reasons then they. Secondly, on the issue of challenges, this now industry where globally, no matter how you travel, they face challenges. Sometimes your flights go delay, sometimes your bag no go come. It's part and parcel of traveling. What do we do as a regulator now for make sure we establish a consumer protection unit and we make sure we equip staff then we're trained, we go able to handle your questions and your queries and follow up with the airline for make sure you, the end user, you get the outcome where you want. We also done recently complete the consumer protection regulation where they give the powers to the passenger for claim certain rights. And I think, say, as a regulator, and I think key things then they will go able for do, for create the space for passengers to be treated fairly and have a recourse to address any challenges and concerns they have. But we for really know, say, you know, these challenges are part of traveling. To our brother in Lungi, who has a lot of knowledge about our airport and our operations, I actually don't believe we've had any cancellation, definitely inside this 1 year, of any aircraft due to landing fees, and I'll stand corrected. So the issue of landing fees, I think the Honorable Minister clarified very well in his summary. We've actually seen, as I expressed in the last conference, the frequency, the amount of flights than where they can Lungi now. Last year, this time, we've been getting flights than where they come 37 times a week. And you guys can count them, the schedules are out there, they're open. Right now, as we speak, we get flights then where they come 50 times a week at that airport. And when Air Sierra Leone starts, that is going to increase. When the other carrier that the minister mentioned starts, that is also going to increase. So I think, say, you know, the landing fees are part of normal airport operations, and every airline will negotiate with the operator as to how they then conduct their business. So I think we don't address those key points.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Madam DG. My brother Emmanuel Dua, now is your turn to have the final word, I think, on what's in Z-Jets, I think, is the company, X-Jets, XC-Jets, and its relationship with this one. Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Oh, the adverts. I think we don't answer that, but you can answer them back.
Sorry?
The relationship with the media. He wants you to...
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for information. Again, before I look at my questions, I want to ride on what the DG and the Minister said. One of the major importance to the government, like the Minister rightly said, you know, when I go to buy the leave to do that economic scale, it cascades down right to the person in the farm that provides that leave. One of the other areas that we're looking at as part of my answer for sustainability of the airline, I'm just giving you a little bit of a sneak peek of my business plan, is if you all remember, in the year 2020, cargo was the only viable business during the COVID. While passengers were shut down, cargo was the only business. They've converted passenger airplanes and were transporting PBEs. We've looked at it as a case study. We've looked at it and said, what would make us be viable to sustain us? Some of the answers that we got is a mixture of what? Passenger and cargo. Sierra Leone, you're sitting on a gold, on a mine in agriculture. We have the best type of fresh fish here. One of the things, for those that are interested in there, I am given an availability to where I'll be able to carry fresh fish from here. It's just 6 hours to London. I take it at 10 o'clock in the morning. By evening, it will be in the restaurants. So part of the thing that we're doing is we're trying to revolutionize the aviation industry, where we will bring other sectors, the agriculture, tourism, sir. We want to bring people to come in and see the culture, the beautiful culture. You've got very good water. We've got land. Everything that you would have in Europe, we have it here. So one of the things to sustain us is we would encourage exports out of Sierra Leone. Number one, fish. There is a high demand for eggs in Freetown. You cannot transit eggs through Europe, take it 10 hours, would destroy because of the nature. But I can do it 3 hours or 2.5 hours to Lagos, direct flight, giving you opportunity to be able to either export or import eggs. This is agriculture. So if we do this, we take it, 25 of my, I may be carrying 15 passengers on the flight, but what? I would consolidate it with the cost of the cargo that I'm carrying. Having said that, Mr. Media, right, you are my best partners. You are stakeholders in Air Sierra Leone. I cannot do this without disseminating information via the Honorable Minister anyway, like you said, with his own permission. If I need my passengers to be able to understand, know of promotion, you are the first people that would carry it. So I cannot do this alone. Please, you're welcome. We have a department that is solely in charge of media, and that we will share the contact. Those are people that you work together. Any small thing we have, we will send it to you and the media. In terms of, someone asked me the relationship between Exejet and Air Sierra Leone. As we all know, we didn't come out from trees. We all have parents. We all have people that we've come from. Air Sierra Leone wouldn't just come in without a technical partner. So Exejet is a company that has been operating for the last 3 years successfully with a very good returns, and is a case study. Anyone that wants to look at can go and look at it. If you see the success of Exejet, definitely you would. It is the technical, Exejet is a technical partner of Air Sierra Leone. So they're providing technical partnership support there.
All right. On that note, I have to take this opportunity now for congratulate once more the people of Salone, and particularly for give praise whose I praise due to the first gentleman of the Republic, the fountain of honor, His Excellency, President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio. When I get a vision, I am picking team. I don't lead to the reform here. We make the elect today, we get an eye for come do a press launch for a brand new welcome idea for the people of this country, Air Sierra Leone. We start a first maiden flight on the 2nd of December. 2nd of December from Freetown to Gatwick Airport in the UK and back 3 times a week from this side, 3 times a week from that side. I for commend the Minister Alhaji Fande Turi for in leadership, my sister the DG Musaya Robari for in your distinct outstanding role for make all of this happen. And I for say to brother, as a government, we will play with your own parts for continue for make the enabling environment, not just for you as Air Sierra Leone, but for other investors, then for let them see Sierra Leone as a place where worthy for let them come, and we will make this a proud venture. I tell you all thank you when I come out over the weekend. I commit to when I say we go play a facilitation role for make sure say the media una play una rightful role in this endeavor, and let all support for move the country go before. Until next Tuesday, we're going to forget the press conference. Assalamu alaikum. All right, now do a group picture in front and that. Take this. Yes, sir. Yeah. Go on, Mohammed. Well done. Did she come in? Mr. Minister.